Hi, my name's Josh.
Hi.
Thanks for filling out the form.
No problem.
So the purpose of this form was to get all the info off you to create a perfect kind of program for yourself. And I'll just be going through now and getting any more information I need off of you. So I saw here you ticked no on all of these ones besides a bone and joint problem that could be aggravated by exercise. Is that the wrist and forearm problem that you had circled here?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and it is aggravated by certain types of exercise?
Yeah.
Sure, we'll get to that in a second. When you're saying you're not sedentary at the moment, so you are doing some sort of activity, do you know what that would be?
I'm playing football currently.
Okay. And plays football. Sweet. Should be okay to go on to the next point then. Oh, just one more thing. Have you been tested for lipids or glycemic control recently?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, that's all good. Sweet. And then, yeah, you've circled your wrists and hands here. And then circled, so it's on your left forearm? Yep. Yeah. And do you know which bones were fractured?
One of the times, I think it was the radius.
Yep.
And then the other time it was the other one, the ulna.
The ulna, okay. And for the ulna one, how long ago was that?
That was the first one, so that was when I was in year 6, which was maybe 5 years ago.
Okay, sweet, thank you. And was it, do you know if it was a fracture or a bone break?
That time it was a bone break.
Sweet. And do you get any kind of discomfort with it still?
Yeah, every now and then when I have to like apply lots of force or something with my left hand, it can get quite sore.
Okay. Do you think you could show me whereabouts the pain comes from when you are doing an exercise like that?
It's normally around like here, this part.
That part.
And then also because of my other one,
yep.
It comes like at the base of my thumb.
Okay. Sweet. And does that happen in any specific exercises you know of? So like push-ups, or can you supinate like that for me? Do you feel any more discomfort in your left ulna and radius here than on your right?
I feel like I can go further. I can rotate further on my right, so because I feel there's kind of like a resistance.
Oh, yeah, a bit more stiff on that one?
Yeah,
sure.
Definitely.
And how long ago was the radius one?
That was last year.
Last year, okay. And also a bone break?
I think it was a fracture, actually.
Okay, a fracture on that one. And for that, you said certain exercises can aggravate it. Is, for example, like boxing or sudden jolts like that?
Yeah,
definitely. And then a little bit of stiffness that way. What about when you're pushing against something like in a push-up?
Yeah, definitely. When I'm doing push-ups, I can get quite sore.
Okay, sweet. And yeah, you haven't taken any medications, which means you're not taking any more painkillers for the break?
No.
No?
Not
How long ago was your last painkiller? Probably a couple months after the fracture?
Yeah.
So almost a year ago, probably. Okay. Sweet. And that should be all good there. Sweet, onto the goals. So you've got strength, muscle mass, and aerobic fitness. So for strength, have you been to a gym at all recently and done any bench press, deadlift, or squats? Because those are like the 3 main strength kind of exercises. Or is there anything specific?
I wouldn't say recently, but I had like a trial for like 3 times, maybe early last year, but I didn't think it was anything serious. No.
Okay, so for strength, so you've put in a little note here that you can do about 20 push-ups consecutively now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for strength, you definitely feel a bit stronger if you were to maybe do 30 or 40 consecutively.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be a goal to push for?
Yeah.
Sweet. So I think, for 30 consecutive push-ups, I think that's a pretty good goal that we could get in 2 to 3 months. You know, adding 10 in a row, we could put in some chest and tricep exercises and get that in a very real short-term goal sort of thing, doing 30 push-ups consecutively. You'd be happy with that?
Yeah.
Sweet. And then for the muscle mass, do you know anything about how much muscle you want to gain, how much weight you want to be, anything like that?
I'm not 100% sure.
Haven't really put on muscle mass like that in a specific way before, right?
No, not like intentionally or anything.
Okay, well, I can tell you for normal muscle mass growth, just muscle mass, not including the fat, when you're on a good program or a good diet, you can do 0.5 kilos in a month of pure muscle. So if we were to go off that, you'd have a good program and all that, we could make a long-term sort of goal of 0.5 kilo a month. So in a year, you put on 6 kilos of pure muscle sort of thing. And I think that would be a real good goal, putting on a decent amount. 6 kilos of muscle is a lot of muscle, and you'd definitely pack it onto a nice lean frame if we were to do it right. Would you be happy putting on muscle over that amount of time sort of thing?
Yeah, no, sounds good.
Sweet. Yeah. And you're wanting to stay lean during that, trying to put on just the muscle mass and not fat?
Yeah, because I play football, so it requires me to be quite mobile and light, so I feel like being quite lean will be good for that.
Oh yeah, and that puts us on to the aerobic fitness goal that you're wanting there. Do you have anything specific related to football in terms of aerobic goals, or are you just wanting to feel less fatigued at the end of it?
Probably, yeah, just less fatigued, because
90-minute games.
90-minute games takes it out of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for that, let's see. Yeah, so for that, did you do any kind of beat test training for football recently? Do you know how much you got?
For last season, I every training or every now and then, we would do a beat test of the training to kind of as a team get fitter, I guess. And I think I was getting around 10 maybe.
10 on the beat test? Sure. So I think, if we were to definitely dial down on the beat test, it would make a real good goal instead of, just less fatigued. Because if you can do much more on the beat test, then you'd definitely be feeling better for football. So if we were to, set a long-term goal of maybe getting up to 12.5, even 13 maybe, in about the same time as the muscle gain, so we can have two long-term goals at the same point. Make it nice and measurable. Every 3 months or something, we could put a beat test in there and see your progress, and that would be a real aerobic fitness kind of goal. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And then so exercise history here for the group exercise. Was that something like a school APA program or anything?
Yeah. I had it twice a week, and it was just a group of footballers that one time we would go into the fitness center, and one time we would do more football-related activities.
Okay. How long ago was that?
That was in year 9, so that's, like 3 years ago.
Okay, 3 years ago, yeah. So you have some experience with like resistance training in the football center from that, right? But that was quite a while ago. You haven't done it recently. Sure. And then so for something more recent, it would be the summer football that you're playing at the moment.
Yeah.
Is that a game in the training session each week?
Yeah, but the games are shorter, but yeah.
How long are the games?
About, I think it's 20-minute halves.
20 minutes, so 40 minutes of cardiovascular activity, and then training sessions would be about the same amount of time, or?
Yeah, maybe about an hour.
And do you do mainly just cardio kind of stuff there, or do you do any body weight lunges?
Yeah, we do a warm-up. It's called the FIFA 11 warm-up, where you do a series of exercises such as like lunges and squats and just like jogging and then bumping each other. It's like football related also.
Oh, yeah.
But so do that.
So do a little bit of like body weight kind of stuff in there. That's good. Do you know if you were to put that summer soccer on in terms of its intensity and how difficult it is on a scale of like 0 to 10, with 5 being kind of average and 10 is like dying. 0 is, it's basically lying down. How intense would you say the practices and the games are?
I'd say the practices are a little more chill, maybe like a 7.
Okay.
But the games are, because they're shorter, it's quite hectic, so maybe like an 8 or 9.
Ah, sure. Yeah. And then the games are on the weekend and the training's on the weekday?
Yep.
40 minutes, yeah, sweet. Okay. And then moving on to your availability here. So in those mornings, Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, what time would you roughly be wanting to start in the morning? What's a good time for you? So that's before school, right?
That is before school. So normally I'd want to probably be done before 7:30, maybe 7.
Okay. So yeah, maybe like 6 in the morning start would be okay with you?
Yeah.
And then for the afternoon availability times, so what time do you finish school?
3:20.
3:20, sure. So like maybe 4:30 if you're wanting to get it done and finished before coming back and having dinner or something like that. 4:30 to 5:30 or 6. Yeah, sweet. And then for your exercise preferences, you put squats, curls, and long distance running. Is that long distance running from all the football you've been playing, sort of thing, stuff you like? So, and have you done the squats in like the trial kind of gyms? Sessions you've done, and you liked having the barbell there, working on the quads and all that?
Yeah, that was good.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, we'll definitely find a way to put in the squats and the long distance running for the aerobic fitness and strength and all that. And then also the curls, want to get the big biceps, we'll definitely put that in the program. Lots of curls for you. Mm-hmm. And then for the dislikes, you put the conventional deadlift, pull-ups, and planks.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't you like the deadlift?
I could never really get the technique down, so it was frustrating.
And this is the conventional one where your legs are inside of your arms? Sure. Yeah, so I mean there are a lot of benefits of the deadlift, and there are different variations. So if you'd like, we can try sumo deadlift where your legs are a lot wider apart, and that would still give you the benefits, a nice strong back and posterior chain if you are willing to try that. But if not, I'll definitely not put in the conventional deadlift or the pull-ups or the planks. It's those ones definitely won't be in there for you. Sweet. And then I think that's all the info I need. I'll just summarize everything, make sure it's all good to go.
Sure.
So that bone and joint injury, do you think you could just signal again whereabouts it was?
For the first one, it was around here.
Yeah, so the more distal part of your wrist, and it's on this kind of flat point, and that's when you're pushing or pulling?
I'd say that's more when I was like pulling. And then the other one was like more the base of my thumb.
Yeah.
And that's more, I can feel that one when I'm like pushing and doing press-ups and stuff.
Yeah, so there's a bit of so the first injury is, when you're pulling, it's a bit discomfort down at the bottom here, but when you're pushing, it's more on the end of the radius there as well. Okay, sure. Sweet. And then for the goals, 6 kilos of pure muscle mass in a year. We can keep checking that up. 0.5 kilos a month would be the goal, and that's pure muscle mass as well. So it may not seem like a lot of weight gain over time, but that's just the pure muscle. Since we're not wanting to gain the fat, which would inhibit the aerobic fitness goal of getting up your beat test to 12.5 in a year, and then the strength. We can definitely measure that with the push-ups, and then later on with the squats that you like, we can start tracking the progress with that as well. But I'd say the first goal would be to get 30 consecutive push-ups. Cool. And we can do that with a variety of chest exercises, tricep exercises, a lot of good stuff that gets you, a nice pump, high rep kind of stuff. And that should be everything. So are you available tomorrow night at the same time, 6 p.m. to come in and try out the stuff to a movement competency screen, because we're okay to move on to the next part?
Cool.
Sweet. Well, thank you for seeing me.
No problem.